Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back once again. And if you're new here, my name is Oluetu aka Shagalulu _ and this is the psychology of everything. So as you can see, I have a very special guest with me today. First person to be on the channel as my guest.
Hey!
Do you want to introduce yourself to the people?
It's always so awkward when I have to introduce myself, but since we're in the streets,
yes.
Hey guys, I'm Retha, aka Rita. Oh!
Yeah, sorry for that background noise. I live on the main road. But yeah, guys, I have Reet with me, and today we're gonna be talking about friendship breakups. Yeah. See, not romantic breakups, but friendship breakups.
The painful ones.
Oh, bruh. People never talk about this, so I just decided to do this video about why they happen. When do you actually decide to break up with somebody, and how do you deal with that, the after effects? So yeah, let's get into the video. But before that, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. So guys, I forgot to mention that we're actually doing a mukbang. So this is like a slash mukbang. We got some, you know, that makeup thing they do, some chicken licken sliders. I actually like the sliders. Do you like them, the chicken licken ones?
I don't know.
Focus.
I don't think I've ever tried them.
Oh really?
I just always go for the wings.
Yeah. Standard. It's always standard. So yeah, that's what we're having. One of my favorite restaurants ever. Shout out to Chicken Licken. Chicken Licken. Chicken Licken. Have you seen that video? Okay, so first of all, why do friendship breakups happen? What causes them? What do you think causes?
I don't know, I think there's multiple scenarios. There are some where people grow apart. There are others where people grow separately.
Yeah.
And then there's also when people don't define the friendship in the same manner from both perspectives. So maybe like what I think our friendship is, you have a different definition.
Yes.
Hence, like then
your
we're gonna
values are different.
Yeah, and then we end up clashing a lot because like maybe you think we're just like, you know, friends who pray for each other.
Yeah.
And then in my head I'm like, why do we never hang out? Because
No.
I think that's what our friendship should be based on.
Yeah.
So I think we even have like different bases and different
Yeah.
foundations the same friendship is built off.
Yeah. But have you ever heard of that thing where you have friends for different reasons? So you'll have friends from church, and then you'll have your friends that you party with and blah blah blah. But I mean, if you're my friend, we should have like similar values, and that's probably why, you know, friendships don't last, is because their values clash. And also disrespect is another reason. If you're just disrespecting me, then obviously we can't be friends.
I know, but you know that whole thing we used to speak about having friends for different reasons?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. Like,
okay.
yes, there are people for different reasons, but are they friends for different reasons?
Ooh.
What is friendship to you? Because everyone should have that same definition of what a friend is. Whether we are grooving together, whether we are kerking together, whether we are studying together. Do you meet that core definition of what a friend is to me?
Yeah. And like, it should be the same for everybody. You should be able to support me. Like, as my friend, I expect you to support me and vice versa, and to be there for me. And yeah, just to, and like, we should understand each other and what we both need, I guess.
And I think
what our love languages are. We should understand each other's love languages. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I know, I think also in like, I don't know, well, in terms of any relationship, we tend to not communicate our needs and wants and perspectives and ideals and how we think and basically everything about us. We tend to forget that we weren't manufactured in the same factory. We don't grow up together. We don't see things the same. And we think it's obvious that the other person's like, oh my gosh, like, you should get it. Like, you should just get it. And it's like, no, I don't see life the way you see it. So you need to help me see life the way you see it.
Period, poo. Like, under what circumstances do you break up with a friend?
I don't know. I'm always the one who they're breaking up with, so...
You've never, like, broken up with someone?
No, it was drama, and it was just like, okay, we're done.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously... I feel like...
Okay, fine. It's not always drama. Or we just stop speaking, and then it's kind of orcs. Like, do we go back? Do we just leave it?
Because as you grow, like you outgrow some people that were your very good friends at some points, but because, you know, we're at a different level, not level, but at different points in our lives, maybe they just don't fit in that, and it's okay. And it's just no bad blood. It's just like we just outgrew each other. We stopped talking, we stopped hanging out, and every time we bump into each other, we're like, oh, we should do lunch, and that lunch never happens.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Comment down below if you've ever had that situation where you owe someone a lunch or someone owes you a lunch and it never happened. But yeah, you're saying.
You know how you say sometimes we outgrow people?
Mm-hmm.
What if sometimes you leave people behind who would like to move with you, but you didn't communicate it?
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like with friendship, like in a romantic relationship, I think there's more communication there about what you guys expect and what you guys want from each other. Whereas in a friendship, you don't really do that. It's just vibes, if that makes sense. You know?
We're just moving.
You know, we're just moving, and yeah. The circumstances that you would break up with someone is if there's just been a disagreement that you can't come back from, and just disrespect. So that could happen anyway, you know. Depends on what the disrespect is and if you're willing to work on it or not.
I know, and I guess also with the disrespect, sometimes people think it's the action that was the problem, when no, it's actually the principle behind the action that you performed, which is the problem. And if you don't get that, it's like, how do we move from here? Because you're not seeing something that's linked to something I probably value.
Yes.
And so you'd likely do it again. And is that a risk I'm willing to take?
You know? And the sad part about that is that you can be friends with someone for years and you'll only know who the person really is once you have an argument with them, and then you would say, oh, Ganti, this person is actually so disrespectful, and how could they do this to me? I never thought they would do it to me. But you only find that out once it happens, unfortunately.
And also, like with humans, like I was saying, is sometimes we have this whole vibe of, this is just who I am, you should accept it.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, oh my god, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because that is so toxic. Just because, for example, if someone says, no, I'm just, it's just who I am. You just have to accept me. I throw shade and it is what it is. Take me as I am. That's not cool, because you need to work on your toxic traits as well. You can't expect people to accept that and to just take your jabs all the time. It's not fair.
I mean, you go for a job interview. What do? You align yourself with the job you want, so they accept you. You go into a relationship. What do? You align yourself so your partner, can coexist with you. Yet us as your friends must just take you as you are. No, we will take you as you are and watch you grow and like call you out where certain things are like,
yeah.
But I think it's very childish.
It is. It is, because you just, like, as humans in general, we all have to actively work on ourselves. So if you don't want to do that, then it's not gonna last. Like, your friendships and relationships are just not gonna last. By the way, guys, sorry, this is my favorite piece. My favorite piece. I'm all for drummies.
And like, when was it? The other day I was literally, I don't know if I was reading or watching something. I was probably reading something, because I don't watch anything.
Reading.
But it said, until you understand what the wound is, you create it.
Eesh. Damn.
Yo, because like,
hit that like button if you felt that.
Think about it, because like, people be like, no, you're so dramatic, how could you be like, I hurt you? No, that's your own issues you're dealing with, now you're just projecting onto me. When the thing is, you don't understand what the wound is, so you are further creating it, or you are adding onto it.
What do you think makes friendship breakups more complicated than romantic breakups?
In theory. I know, in theory, I think when you go into a romantic relationship, you always kind of account for the fact that it might end. As much as you're like, I hope it lasts forever. I hope you're the love of my life, my forever thing. In the back of your mind, it's like, this might end at any point.
Yeah, that's why we have things like divorce and whatever, But I also think that when you entering a new relationship, you already know what you want from the relationship. You already have expectations about what your partner needs to have or whatever. So with friendship, it's like, I meet you, we vibing. Let's, we're just automatically
it's
friends.
Like, what? You've also got a fro? Me too.
Let's be besties.
It goes down to the fact that, friendship's optional, and do you want to keep that option alive? Are you going to treat it like, I know you're an option, but I want you around, or are you going to treat me like the option that I know I am?
Yeah.
But also with friendships, you don't really expect it to end as much as it's
Don't.
optional.
You feel like we're gonna be friends forever. Our kids are gonna be best friends.
You're gonna be the aunt that regulates my kids.
You know.
Like, so, you don't go into it with that whole thing. Like, I think only the older you get. I think the older you get, that's when you start actually putting in an allowance for, okay, this friendship might not work out. Yeah. But when you're young, you're just like friends forever.
Yeah, friends, yes.
Ooh, and you know how you mentioned expectations?
Yeah.
I think a reason some of my friendships ended.
Yeah.
Or also had hiccups was because I had no expectations.
Oh, yeah.
And people don't have expectations. That will be disappointing. Let me just tell you something.
No,
whether or not you have expectations, you will be disappointed either way. Because subconsciously you do have expectations. So you might as well just be upfront about it.
Yeah, you do. That's so true. Like, as much as you say no expectations, so I won't be disappointed. But you will. Deep down inside, you do have certain expectations, especially if it's about how you want to be treated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally, the moment I started putting expectations in place, and I was like, I'm not a fan of the precedent currently in place, because I think I also started being aware of what I need. Yeah. At first it was like, everything goes because I don't have expectations. I don't know what's up. Let's go. Then the moment I started growing and kind of like, the moment I started aligning within, it was easier to kind of see what I needed without.
Yeah. So how do you fix a broken friendship, and when do you not fix one? Like, when do you just cut it, or when is...
I'll start with when you don't fix it.
Yeah.
Which is when you're the only one who wants it.
When you're the only one who wants it and is putting in the work, and you obviously, that disrespect will always be there. Like a certain situation that happened that was significant, that broke your friendship. And
that all just stems down to, if you want something, you work for it. If you don't
want something, because it doesn't mean that if a situation happens where it like shook your friendship, it doesn't mean that you can't work through it. Like she said, like, you have to be willing to work on it. And and then when do you fix a broken friendship? When you guys both want to.
And I think it's good to fix it while you still start seeing, when you start seeing the signs go to you, oh no, it's shaky, because both characters can see it, because the more you ignore it, the deeper it sinks, the harder it is to pull out.
I feel dragged because I really, personally, I really hate confrontation. I don't know why. Like, it's just... even
well, do you think you're going to manifest the friendship working out and it's going to work?
I'm a pray.
You're like, for the Lord.
Yo, bruh.
Do the things that I should be doing.
Yeah, but that was like the younger me. Like, now I'm different and more mature. But like in the past, even like a lot of my friendship breakups were broken up because there was just no confrontation, communication vibe thing going on. And maybe it's because I didn't confront someone, So don't be afraid of confrontation. But obviously...
and if you don't like the word, let's rather say don't be afraid to communicate.
Yeah, don't be afraid to communicate. And if something's upsetting you or bothering you, then communicate, Obviously in the right way. Don't attack your friend. But just...
And I also think when you actually do communicate, you need to understand, especially if it's something that's bothering you.
Yeah.
Don't just come forward with, this bothers me. Please explain to me why it bothers you.
Yeah, and rather say, this is how it makes me feel. This is what you were doing or whatever. And this is how it makes me feel. So that the person doesn't feel attacked or like it's starting to become a... confrontation.
Attack me, let's go. Let's go, attack me. Me personally, attack me. If I care, I will be like...
Don't attack me.
No, if I care, I'll be like, ouch. No, I have a friend who was literally like, you're whiling about people not being good friends when you're not really being a good friend to me. And I was like, you're not lying. Or maybe I'm just very honest and conscious. in my relationships. She wasn't lying. Why must I feel attacked about something that was a fact?
I have to stand because it's not easy, like telling someone that you're ish, and yeah.
I stand. And because I really cared about that friendship, I drove to her and I apologized and we spoke, and even after that, like speaking, the actual effort I had to go in afterwards.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, and I knew she was my girl who was always there when I needed something, but I'm like, I don't want to be that person who only knows you when I need you.
Yeah.
Because you're actually a really good friend. And why do we only put really good friends in spaces of need and not when we want them?
And you're right when you say the work really starts after the conversation. After the conversation, not the actual conversation. The conversation may seem hard to have, but it's harder when you have to put in the work now, like in action. What are the different ways of ending a friendship? Okay,
we said you ghost.
Yeah, you ghost. Either you ghost or like
you send a DM because you're a coward to send an actual like text message, like you don't have that person's numbers.
Or you block them. Oh, blocking is part of, maybe there was a situation that happened and
you just delete their numbers.
And it's just like, it was nice knowing you, but
I know, but personally when it comes to like ending friendships, although I don't like ending, like I don't think I end things. But if I were to end something, I would have to look at where our friendship was and the depth of the friendship, and if it was like truly deep, I'd first want to communicate with you before taking that decision. It would be pretty unfair for me to decide that you don't want this friendship when I didn't even ask you to have that conversation with you. Because how does someone come back from that? You telling me I don't want the friendship, so you think we should let go? And I'm just gonna receive it like, okay, she's indirectly telling me that she doesn't want this friendship, so I'm not even gonna fight for it. We need to stop deciding for each other.
We need to stop deciding for each other. Even in romantic relationships, what are some of the ways of dealing or getting over a friend? So you know that you guys have cut each other off, you guys are not friends anymore, so how do you deal with that?
I reflect heavily on in the entire friendship, from the beginning to the journey of that friendship to how it ended. And even despite whether it was a good or a bad ending, I ask myself, did I try? Did I try my best? Did I really try my best to keep this afloat and there was nothing more I could have done? If the answer is yes, then I let go in peace. Like, it still hurts, but I don't like... It's not as heavy as if I didn't try, then I'd be like, I could have done better. But if I tried,
definitely. If you tried, then there's nothing else you could have done, because it also involves someone else, and if they tried or not as well. So you could have tried your hardest, but the other person maybe did nothing, and it was just not your fault, so...
and I think also trying is not just plan A. Like, if there's at least plan A, B, C, D, and then all of them flopped, it's like, okay, I guess this is not meant to be.
It's not meant to be.
I guess it's just the end of that season.
You know? Hey guys, that is the end of our video / mukbang. Thank you so much. You were hardly... I was out here.
I started eating before we started this thing.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my video. And thank you so much to Onka or Retha. I call her Onka.
Everything goes. That's what the O is for. Everyone's always like, what's O for? Is that your surname? No.
It's for Aura. Rita Aura.
Thanks for having me, Liz.
Yeah, of course. You have a beautiful aura. So I just had to have you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. And comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Let's have a conversation about this. And yeah.
Can I actually have an ending? I know you've ended.
Yeah.
And... don't always try to be the hero in your own story if you are the villain. Be honest with which role you're playing.
Preach. Yeah, think about that one, guys. I'll let it settle in. But for now, I'll see you guys in my next video. Somebody when you lied to me, all the things you used to hide from me. Tell me now what's your reason? Must be salty season.